I have been telling y'all that Bleach is the best anime ever made. And finally, with the 1,000-Year Blood War arc being animated, everyone is finally seeing the light. I've been called crazy. I've been called demented. I have dementia. But regardless, I have been dick riding Bleach since the dawn. I remember being in high school, bro. Now I'm 37,000 years old, my boys. So back when I was in high school, we're talking like some of y'all weren't even born yet when I was in high school, my boys. I have been dick riding Bleach. It's always been one of my favorite shonen anime. I even made this video in 2016, 6 years ago, called Why I Love the Bleach Anime. Charizard beanie on Ito, my boys. I have been meat riding. The receipts are there. You can look up on my Twitter, bro. You can look up at OmegaPro YT and Bleach, and you will see me dick riding Bleach. Motherfuckers were calling me insane. If y'all don't remember, let me take you back a few years ago to how the landscape of the internet was. Bleach was the #1 punching bag. Like, everybody would just shit on Bleach, punch down on Bleach, talk shit to Bleach, not respecting the GOATs, not respecting the best shonen ever. That might be a little cap, but no, but seriously, Bleach genuinely is one of my favorite anime of all time. And with the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, my boys, it has gotten even more insane. They have wasted no time jumping straight into the action in this anime, and it is beautiful to watch. It is beautiful to witness. Everybody is back. Everybody's looking gorgeous, beautiful, hot. Bro, LONGGGG's fucking hairstyle had my dick chafing, my boys. But regardless, this is going to be a Bleach dick riding video. So if you are down to dick ride Bleach with me, stay tuned for the rest of this video. We're gonna be talking about Bleach. Stop subbing while I'm doing YouTube!
We prosper from watching two outlets of peak. Bleach and OmegaPro on Twitch, heart.
Actually, W's. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. But if you guys ever talk out of line again, I will personally find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. The reason why I love Bleach so much is because the fights are some of the best in the business, okay? When we're talking about animation, you guys gotta realize Bleach came out back in 1926, okay? Motherfuckers were still doing like the Great Depression or like dying for their country, whatever dumb shit they be doing. And this shit was animated back then and it looked great. When you compare Bleach to like One Piece and Naruto, those are the big three, right? When you compare the animation quality of all three of them, Bleach shits on them. I don't care like how much of a Naruto or One Piece meat rider you are. This ain't even a video talking shit about them or comparing them. Bleach just unironically looked better, period. And not to mention the musica, bro, when the one comes on, it's raps. Bleach got some of the most fire music ever. And no, Naruto doing this thing, I'm not gonna lie, Naruto got some fire music, but Bleach just is like with that Latino twang to it. Like, what are we talking about? That shit fire. And it's so dope to hear a lot of some of the favorite songs from the original Bleach be sort of remixed and reimagined in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. The new the new music that just plays in the background, it just fills me with so much happiness to show homage and to still have those iconic melodies, those iconic tracks, but have a little something sprinkled into them to modernize it. It just feels amazing. And another aspect of Bleach that I always loved is the characters, man. Like, I've always said this. I've said this since the dawn of time. I'll continue to say this. I will always say this. Characters are some of the most important thing in an anime or, you know, really whatever form of media you're watching, be it TV show, movie, video games, or whatever. If you are in love with the characters, you can watch those characters do just about anything. And that's why I really love Bleach. A lot of people like will hate on the Hueco Mundo arc, for example, because they watched that one Eye Patch Wolf video where he was like, oh yes, this is pretty much the Soul Society reimagined, and now they're just in a bland underground area with no life or pup or whatever, you know, shout out him, great YouTuber, and he made a lot of great points in that video. But one thing that always pissed me off about that video is that people like watch that video, and this is just a problem on YouTube in general. People will watch a YouTuber have an opinion, and then all of a sudden they have that opinion out of nowhere, and they've done zero research, they have zero actual thought for themselves, and they just like take that like, this is my opinion now. So people started saying that shit over and over and over again, which is like, okay, yes, technically, I guess it is very similar to how the Soul Society arc played out, but Hueco Mundo had some of the most fire anime moments of all time, my boys. I mean, we're talking Ichigo versus Grimmjow, like literally like iconic, like slay, the best shit ever made. Like, what is we talking about? Ukiura, goated, greatest shit ever made. One of the best parts about Bleach too is like when Ichigo popped up into the Soul Society and was like, what's good, nigga? I'm Ichigo, and like was going crazy. Like when he's fighting the captains and the lieutenants and everybody in the Soul Society type shit, you're like, you sitting there, obviously you're rooting for Ichigo. You want him to get Rukia back. You're like, yo, this Byakuya guy and this Renji guy, they're kind of assholes type shit. But then like you start looking at him, you're like, yo, I don't know. Byakuya, he kind of hot. Like, if he would have piped me down, like, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't really mind necessarily, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? And then you start seeing them fight too, you're like, hold on, these dudes are kind of cool. Like, hold up, these dudes kind of fire. Like, hold on, like, what they do? Hold on, I want to get to know these dudes a little bit more. You become interested in the antagonist, bro. In a very similar way, like when early Naruto happened, like when you see Zabuza and Haku, you're like, oh, hold up, like, oh, like, what's that? Like, oh, these guys, they got a little bit more to, like, hold on, this guy kind of cool. And then, you know what I'm saying, Haku dies, and you see Zabuza, and it's like, oh, damn, hold up, like, Zabuza, he's a person? Wait, hold on, pause, champ. That's some of my favorite shit ever. When you have an antagonist that you want to know about. When you have an antagonist that is an antagonist and not like just a villain, not just like a bad guy, you know what I mean? Obviously, every once in a while, like those are cool, like that's fine. But it's really dope when like you're watching the protagonist fight an antagonist and it's kind of like, damn, like, why we gotta pit two bad bitches up against each other, you know what I mean? And we see that with like Ichigo versus Ukiura. And now, of course, in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, you see the Quincy's, right? We all thought like, oh my God, the Quincy's, like the Soul Reapers destroyed all life of the Quincy's. The Quincy's are gone, they dead, finito. And then here comes this Yubak Makagana puss with his crazy ass mustache. And he's like, actually, we some real ass niggas, and we come here to take revenge on you pussy ass bitches. And you're like, I thought the Quincy's was dead. I thought the Quincy's was dead. Like, what you mean they back, bro? Like, what is that? Like, what that mean, bro? And then you start to understand, like, oh, these villains, like, yeah, they coming out and they stealing Bankai and they going crazy. But can you blame them? Because if the shoe was on the other foot, we would all be rooting for the Quincy's. Like, if the story was told from the perspective of Yubak Waka Gana Puss, we'd all be like, yes, fuck up those Soul Reapers, kill all them niggas, slay them. They destroyed all the Quincy life. Yeah, get rid of them. You know what I mean? But because we're seeing the story from the Soul Reapers perspective, they're like the bad guys, right? But you still kind of like, these guys are like kind of cool. I want to see more of them. You know what I mean? I want to see more of what they can do. And my boys, like, it's just amazing to see Bleach come back and to have everybody love it again. Because what people don't understand is that back when the big three happened, there was none of this stupid fucking discourse that we see on Twitter. There was none of this, oh, mid this, mid that, peak this, peak that, you know what I mean? It was just like, niggas was just liking shit, right? The reason why the big three are the big three is because these were the standout anime that made anime cool in the West. These were the anime that made people like, that mattered so much to so many kids. You know what I mean? Like, these were the three: One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. And seeing Bleach's reputation get tarnished over the years and get absolutely shit on, Like, it broke my heart because obviously this is an anime, as stupid as it sounds, that meant a lot to me, you know, when I was growing up, meant a lot to me back in high school. Like, I really like loved this anime, and to have it be so sullied by people, that shit always did piss me off, low-key. That shit triggered the shit out of me. Like, yeah, okay, does Bleach have problems? Yes, but so does every single long-running battle shonen. You want to talk about problems? Naruto, one of my favorite animes of all time. That shit got hellified problems. That shit got hellified. Hellified shit has ass with it. I mean, we could talk about the whole ending, the whole last arc, complete dog shit in Naruto. Does that take away from Naruto's impact? Does that take away from the truly great moments that Naruto has given us? Of course not. Same thing with Dragon Ball Z. I ain't really delved into One Piece, so I can't really talk about that, but I'm sure the same is true for One Piece. But seeing people like come around and be like, damn, like Bleach actually is that shit. Like, that's rewarding to me, because it's like, Bleach has always been that dude. Bleach has always been that anime. You want to see some cool shit happen? You want to see some cool ass characters? You just want to watch cool shit? Like, Bleach is there. You know what I mean? And like, yeah, Bleach got flaws, but like I said, so does everything, man. And I'm really excited that the 1,000 Year Blood War arc is getting animated. And not only that it's getting animated, but it's being done with so much love and justice. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best part. Like, stylistically, like, the Bleach anime just oozes like style and swagger. Like, I like watching it is just a visual treat. Not only is it a visual treat, it's just a treat all the way around, bro. Like, the music, the characters, like seeing everybody back again is like, damn, bro. Like, and they didn't miss a beat. That's the best part about the 1,000 Year Blood War arc. Like, not once so far, you know, it's only a few episodes in at the time I'm recording this, but so far it's just carried this momentum, and each and every episode has gotten better and better and better. And like, I'm glad that they're showing gore. Like, Big Facts in the chat just mentioned when Homeboy got burnt to a crisp. Like, that shit was horrifying when Byakuya was fighting the Fear guy and then saw Rukia get turned into like a, like, oh my god, like, that shit was graphic and it was amazing. Like again, visually just immaculate. Like, I am so happy to have always been a Bleach dick rider, and I'm honestly really happy that a lot of people have started either rewatching or watching Bleach for the first time. A lot of people come to me in my Twitch chat and they're like, damn, like, you was right about Bleach. Like, this shit really is fire. Or they be like, damn, like, I was hating on Bleach, but this shit is actually like really good. You know what I mean? And it is. Like, that's the thing. Again, you want to watch some raw, high octane action? Fire. I'm telling you. If you have not watched Bleach yet and you're watching this video because, you know, you just love me that much, like, do yourself a favor, man. There's filler guides out there. Some of the filler is actually pretty good, but if you just want to skip straight to it, there's filler guides out there. You can cut out a majority of this show and catch up, and I promise you, you will find a lot to love in this anime. I genuinely believe that I do think that the Bleach anime does stumble a little bit after like their first big main arc happens, where like there's this one main villain that's shown at the end of the Soul Society arc. Once that villain is like dealt with, I'm trying to avoid spoilers here, as you can tell. I do think the anime or the anime / manga, whatever, does stumble like a little bit. There's some moments that I think are slow, kind of drawn out, not as hype, things that I don't really like as much, but I think that Bleach really does pick itself back up. And again, you know, you're gonna fall in love with these characters. Like, that's one thing that I will give Bleach, is that the characterization of the whole cast, it's impossible not to love them. Like, you'll love the squad captains and lieutenants, you'll love the main cast, you'll love the supporting cast. Like, it's just so good, man. And truthfully, it makes me very happy that this anime exists, that they finally decided to animate this last portion of Bleach. And if they can continue the run they're on, if they can continue with this level of quality throughout the rest of this anime, this might end up like beating out Naruto for me as my favorite like long-running battle shonen. Like, just truthfully speaking, Naruto, I'll give it credit in terms of a lot of its plot and stuff like that, and Naruto also has really strong characterization as well. Again, like the cast of Naruto, everybody loves the cast of Naruto, you know what I mean? But for me, where Naruto falters is in like the coolness factor and like a lot of the fight choreography and just the fights and the powers in general. I've always really liked that much more in Bleach, and I will have no problem saying that Bleach is already pretty much my favorite. But it's, you know, the stumbling towards the end there always like kind of sullied it for me. But hey, Naruto stumbled towards the end too, so, you know, really now we putting two bad bitches up against each other. But Bleach is fire. If you have not watched Bleach yet, please consider doing it. And once you get to the 1,000-Year Blood War arc, you will see each episode that is animated almost like a movie. Like, every single episode feels way too fast. Like, I'm sorry, it feels way too fast. I know it's the same length as every other anime episode, about 20 minutes or so, but I don't know if anybody else can agree with me on this, but towards the end of a Bleach episode, I'm like, that's it? Like, sometimes I don't feel that way about a lot of anime, but when I'm watching Bleach and the end of the episode happens, I'm like, there's no way it's been 20 minutes. Like, there's just no fucking way. Now, I remember the most recent episode that happened, it faded to black, and I was like, oh shit, okay, we're up to the second half of the episode, and then the ending song starts playing. Like, bro, what? It's a great problem to have. Bleach is absolutely amazing. Definitely watch it. And yeah, the Bleach dick riding militia, it's finally paid off, boys. Hoorah, soldiers. Hoorah. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, all that stuff, link in the description. And if you don't do any of those things, I will find out where you live and I will steal your Bankai. Psych, you're too weak to have one. I'll kill you with my Bankai itself, bitch.